Amitesh Marwaha to be the speaker of this event. So he has worked for 10+ years in corporates in India and US, and he's with Punjab State as a Punjab State Youth Coordinator till date. So he's having 12+ years in teaching the art of living courses, and he has been conducting these youth empowerment and skills workshop in many leading colleges and universities. He also conducted the art of living seminars at various corporates like Khwap Media House and also the army base at Patiala. And he has done many projects with art of living, one with Government of Karnataka in 2011, one PTU project in Punjab in 2014, a Silver Jubilee Art of Living in 2006, World Cultural Festival in 2016, and many more. So he's having lot of experience with these art of living courses. And you all know that this is a part of Atal FDP that we are conducting one art of living session. So today with us we have Amitesh Marwaha. Through his dynamism, simplicity, and an innate ability of connecting with people, he has been really effective in putting smiles on many faces and kindling a sense of responsibility. I welcome Amitesh to be a part of us. So welcome Amitesh, you can start.
Thank you, ma'am. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, sir.
So, I welcome everybody here and for this session. So, unlike other sessions, this session will be more interactive. So I'll request everybody if we can switch on our videos.
I request you all to please switch on the videos. Also, we can have one group photograph with Amitesh. Thanks a lot, Mani sir, Vardhaman sir, Anil sir, Gaurav sir, ma'am. So I welcome you all here. Ramesh sir, good morning. I request you all to please switch on your videos. Shivani ma'am, good morning. Archana ma'am, good morning. I think you can unmute yourself.
Okay, so good morning, everyone.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
So as I said, this session will be more interactive. It is more of a question answers based session, right? So I'll encourage you to you can unmute yourself or use the chat box. So, I'll start with the medical survey. There was a survey that was conducted and they figured out that there is an 8 years cycle to human life. The 8-year cycle, when I say, the first 8 years of our life is the time where our intellect got matured. Have you seen small kids asking so many questions? They ask, oh, why this moon round? Why the train moves like this? Why I have one nose? Have you seen small kids? They ask so many questions because that is the time where the intellect is maturing. That is why the first 8 years of our life, wherever we spend, we are actually absorbing the whole environment. We are not listening, we are absorbing it. That is where the mother tongue becomes, right? Our native place. The first 8 years, they're very, very crucial. It is said that the first 3 years of the human life, the child is always in a meditative state. They sleep in meditation, they wake up in meditation every single minute. That is why you find the first 3 years, the child, they smile a lot. It is said that they smile around 400, 500 times a day. So this comes by default. The smile comes by default for them. Now the next 8 years of our life, which is 8 years to 16 years, it's the majority of the school time, right, is the time where the body matures. We have so many hormonal changes, the body is maturing, growing. Now the next 8 years of our life is the time, the college time, is the time where the emotions mature. So at 24 is the time where 18 to 24 is the time where the emotions are maturing. So once we have crossed that age, that is where somewhere the spiritual aspects in us starts maturing. You know, that is why ideally the people who have aged, they have much more experience of life, they have much more experience of uh, the spiritual aspects also. You know, even a person who have never meditated, had never done anything spiritual, still with years of experience, they know that it is not just the life they can perceive that is the only life. The life has much more meaning to it. So you're welcome for the session on we call it awakening to a new reality, because there are a lot of things which I'm going to share. We already know it, but there's some things which I share will kindle some aspects in you. So that is why I wanted it to be more interactive rather than just monologues. You know, at the Art of Living organization, we are in more than 150 plus countries, and you know, millions of people all over the world. It is like more than 400 million people. They've experienced the the skills that the Art of Living gives. There is from yoga, meditation to breathing processes. So these things have really helped people all over the world. You know, recently we had the AICT director and the staff doing the Art of Living courses in their campuses, and you know, that is where the he wanted Art of Living sessions to be the part of the Atal FDP. And you know, even we have been places where we've been taking the full FDPs based on the Art of Living technique. So again, uh, I'll request everybody to please switch on the videos. You know, I know we are at the comfort of our house, and so let's keep it a very uh, casual environment. You know, nothing rocket science to be shared here, but it's good to interact. You know, as a child, we used to make one new friend every day. You've seen small kids, you know, they're just so much enthusiastic about life. They can connect to people so easily. You know, that is how we were when we were small, right? So the child has a natural tendency to honor life, to connect with it. And so now we are going to do a very nice process. As I said, this whole session will be process based, right? And abhi hum log kya karne wale, what we are going to do now is we are going to get into the breakout rooms. So there is a feature in Zoom, we might be knowing about it. So you'll get a small message on your screen to join a particular room. So in that room, there will be 2 or 3 people with you. We need to connect with them. So you know, these techniques, all the spiritual techniques, all the meditative techniques, it does not happen alone, right? It has to happen in a group. So for that, it is very important that for the next half an hour, can we become like a child? Can we become as enthusiastic as a child? Because somewhere there we'll find all these things which I'll be sharing with you. You know, I can put words into your ears, but it doesn't help until unless we do something practical. Are you all with me? Can I see a Zoom thumbs up? Right. So Abhina, breakout room, I'll be putting you into breakout rooms. There you will find 2-3 more people. You might be knowing them or might not be. So just interact with them, talk to them. Where are you? They from? What do they do? About their family? You'll have 5-7 minutes. Right? So I'll just start with the breakout rooms, and we'll come back after 5 minutes, meeting few more people, making a new friend today, as we used to do when we were small child. Done? Okay. So you are, I've opened the rooms, so please connect it. Please join your rooms. So please join your breakout room. There's a message that has popped up on your screen. So we are doing a very nice process of meeting people around, right? Just knowing them. You'll have 5-7 minutes.
Sir, Archana ma'am in room 14 asked for some help.
Okay, yeah, I'm doing it. She was alone there, so I've sent few people there.
Padmavati ma'am. Padmavati. Anuj Agarwal sir. Please be a part of the activity. Sir, Anil Kumar Bhatt is saying that nobody joined the room, so he came back.
Yeah, okay. So what we can do is all the people who are here, and the task we have been giving is to meet new people, to make a friend. So can we switch on our videos and do this process here in the main room itself? All those who are here.
Dr. Vishal. Vivek Verma sir. Isha Arora ma'am. Please all switch on your videos. Sunil sir, Vijay sir. Ashwini. Please, all of you switch on your videos, please. Dr. Vishal, Dr. Lokesh, Sunil sir, Jyoti ma'am, Vijay sir. So let's start with people who have switched on their videos. I think Amitesh sir.
Right, ma'am.
So Anil sir, Prasann sir, Ram Singh sir.
So good morning, everyone. So this very nice process is we are making a new friend today, right? So you can just unmute and share about yourself, and we'll get to know each other a bit. Can we do that?
Sir, good morning, sir.
Good morning, Prasanna ji.
Sir, this is TJ Prasanna Kumar. I'm from Andhra Pradesh, sir. I'm working here for Prasad V. Potluri Siddhartha Institute of Technology. It's PVPSIT from Andhra Pradesh.
Okay.
Sir, I'm assistant professor in mechanical engineering department.
Yeah.
Very nice to have these kind of sessions, sir. Waiting since a long time for these kind of sessions. Actually, we ourselves are working with these automobiles with running with the batteries. So we with our students, we are doing some projects on this. So these sessions are very much interested, sir, and I'm too sharing this knowledge to my students who are working with me. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, welcome, Prasanna ji. Yeah. Anil Kumarji, you want to share something?
Yeah, good morning all. Myself Anil Kumar Bhatt from Department of EC, NMAM Institute of Technology, Nitya Karkala. It is near Udupi from Karnataka. So my interests are in cricket and kabaddi. Then I was also there is another game which I'm interested in is Kho, which is not very famous nowadays. Other than that, my interests lie in automotive electronics and communication field. So this is my interests.
Glad to meet you, Anilji. Very nice.
Same here.
And Archana ji, you want to share something? Archana, mute. Can you unmute yourself? I think she is not able to hear. Divya, Krishnan ji, yeah.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're audible.
Currently,
Your voice is breaking, Divya ji. It's not clear. Oh, it's breaking, Divya ji. I think please reconnect to your network again. Meanwhile, we can. I think Vardhaman ji has unmuted himself. You want to share, Vardhaman ji? Please talk about yourself.
Yeah, good morning. Myself, Dr. Vardhaman. I am Associate Professor in BMS College of Engineering, Bangalore, in the Department of Mechanical Engineering.
Amitesh sir, we are not able to hear you.
Yeah. Okay. So now, am I audible? I
Yeah.
think all of us have joined back from the breakout rooms, and this particular task of making one new friend is very, very nice. It opens something. In our life, the consciousness works like this. That something which expands gives us happiness. When we are happy, something expands in us. But when we are sad, something shrinks. This expansion and the things that shrink is worth knowing. So when we meet new people, something starts expanding in us. As a child, we had this particular attribute a lot. We used to connect to people. It is said a child is a born yogi. Right? As a child, we have been in the meditative state. We were so happy. We used to live in the present moment. We used to move on very quickly. If you scold a child a lot, you are like bashing a child, a small child, right? The moment you turn your back, what the child does, he starts making faces. What is that indication? He doesn't want to keep that negativity with himself. He just brushes it off. But when we grow old with experience, this tendency somewhere starts diminishing. We hold on to things in life. Right? Somebody says something to us, we want to hold on to it. Something negative, we start chewing onto it. So this particular session, which is, we have another almost 1.5 hours, we are going to learn some very, very practical techniques, but it's more participative, as I said earlier, right? Many of you participated, many of you are listening to me. You will be again sent to the breakout rooms, but it is very, very important to open up and talk, right? So before we can get into some sort of meditation, some sort of experiencing the breath, it is very, very important to open up and talk to people around. This expansion really, really helps. Are you all with me? Can I see a Zoom thumbs up? Okay, brilliant. There are 7 levels to our existence. So let's understand this. So the first level is the body, and we know the rules of the body, isn't it? It needs food, it needs sleep, it needs proper resources and proper time. The first level is the body. The second level of existence is the breath, which is undoubtedly the most powerful tool we have. It is the only link between the inside and the outside world. It throws off lots of toxins, more than 70-80% toxins from the body. It throws off the negative thoughts, the negative emotions. The breath is very, very powerful. Then comes the mind. The third level of existence is the mind. Right? The mind is what it has a tendency to oscillate between the past, future, past, future. We are sitting very nicely and the mind pushes us to the past. And what happens? What are the emotions that starts bothering us? We feel, I should have not done this. The anger comes, or regret comes, or guilt comes. These are the emotions which starts bothering when the mind pushes us to the past, and it does. Without our permission, the mind pushes us to the past. Similarly, without our permission, the mind pushes us to the future. And the anxiety and fear comes. These are the emotions that start bothering us. That is why during COVID time, so much anxiety got increased, so much fear got increased, because there was so much insecurity of the future. It is said that fear of future can bring 1,000 negative qualities to you right now. Just the fear of future. Right? So this is the mind. As a child, the mind used to be much in the present moment. That is why a child smiles a lot. But as we grow up, we stop smiling. We need a lot of reasons to smile. As a child, by default, we used to smile and we needed reasons not to be happy. Like अगर नींद आ गई है, नींद आ रही है, रो पड़ते थे बचपन में. If we wanted to sleep, we used to cry. We were hungry, we used to cry. But by default, we were happy. But when we grow up, by default, we start becoming a little sad or worried. And then we need reasons to be happy. Complete U-turn. The mind. Then comes the fourth level of existence. What we covered was body, breath, mind. Then comes the intellect. The fourth level of existence. We say that this person is very intellectual, he's very intelligent. The intellect is there to discriminate. This is good for me, this is not good for me. But then, when the energy is not high, we start doubting people around. Somebody comes and say, I love you, we say, really? But somebody comes and say, I hate you. What we say, I hate you too. The doubt starts happening. We start doubting people around. We start doubting positivity in people. When the energy is low, this starts happening. The intellect. Then comes the memory. The memory is the storehouse of all the experiences we had in our life. Good, bad, pleasant memories, unpleasant memories, all that storehouse is in the memory. Our life at this point is driven by our memory. Unknowingly, but it is truth. We associate people based on the past experiences. We are spending this moment based on the past experiences. And for us, the reality becomes our past experiences. But the present might be something different. The memory, the fifth level of existence. The sixth level of existence is the identity. We feel, oh, I'm like that. The identity is something which separates you from the other. Now tell me one thing, if it was a very, very close circle, if this session was your house party, right? Some birthday celebration, especially in this time, we are even celebrating birthdays on Zoom of our relatives, of distant people. Right? Your videos would have been on, you would have been interacting, talking to people around. But when you don't feel that much connected. The tendency is, okay, let me invest base. Anyways, I'm hearing. How does it matter? Right? This ability to connect to people, this ability to be happy with people, comes from the 6th level, which is the identity. As a child, this identity was not so heavy. That is why we were able to connect, to laugh, and to be connected to life a lot. But as we grow up, somewhere this layer starts becoming more thick. And the 7th level of existence is the time when we are thoroughly happy, the time we have celebrated life to the pinnacle, the time when the mind is at peace. Right? So these are the 7 levels of existence. I have processes for all these, but I need your cooperation. If you're ready for it, we can go ahead with this. What do you say? Okay, so I'll just start again with the first process. This process is where you again will be putting you in the breakout room again, and I request all of you, there will be around 4 or 5 more people with you, right? So please start connecting with them. So what you need to share with them are, you talk about yourself, you get connected to that person, and we are on the same platform, right? We are in the same platform almost for the next 1 or 1+ hour, right? So it's good to connect to them. And one thing you need to discuss is, whatever you'll be able to just discuss, that what you can write it on the pen paper also, that the things that is taking majority of your time in your life. There are certain particular set of thoughts which occupy your mind a lot, right? So we will talk about that. So we'll be covering the first 3 layers of existence, which is the body, the breath, and the mind. So you can share with him, as I'm pouring words to your ears, mind might be still flunking around, right? But we talk to people, somewhere it comes in the present moment. So we'll be doing this process. The first 3 layers, the body, the breath, and the mind. So there's one process about breath that I will do it once we all come back after meeting people and talking about what occupies the majority time of your life. Like for me, it is my profession and my family, which is occupying my mind a lot. And maybe some challenges that you have, if you feel like you can share it with them. The sharing itself is a very, very good phenomenon, right? So I'm again putting you in the breakout rooms. You have full around 10 minutes to yourself, right? So 10 minutes as a group you have. So please get into these breakout rooms and let's talk to people and let's connect to them. Yes. I've opened all the rooms, so please connect to your room. Once you join the room, just wait for 1-2 minutes. So there will be people who will be joining in. I'll request everyone on the meeting, please join the room that has been assigned to you. You might have got the message on your screen. The breakout room is there for 10 minutes. So let's connect to people, and it's 9:50. By 10, we'll be starting with the next phase of this session. Please join your breakout room. There will be a message on your screen. Mangesh ji has asked. So there is a message on your screen. Mangesh ji, you can just click on the join button there. Could you find the join button, Mangesh ji? Mangesh ji, did you find the join button? We have still 4 minutes left. So people have not joined the breakout room yet. Please, let's do it. Okay, so in less than a minute, people are joining us back. Everybody is joining us back from the breakout room. Okay, so welcome back. So how was it connecting to people?
So great. Well, it's like in fact, we get information also. Many times we find people around us, but we don't know each other. Whenever we get connected in this pattern, maybe some or the other platform, we get to know each other. So it's great.
Very nice, Gaurav. So good. You know, it is the same. We are sharing such a same space, same consciousness, right? So, the life becomes very comfortable when we are connecting to more and more people around. You see, it is where do we feel the most comfortable place? Where we feel that the people are our own. That is why going home, connecting to people, there is some level of comfort that increases inside. If we have that belongingness to more and more people, to so-called strangers, you'll find that your life becomes much more comfortable. The communication will improve a lot. It is said the corruption starts where communication ends, where belongingness ends. Gurudev, Shishi Ravi Shankar ji, he has been the ambassador of peace to the world around. Just sharing that space with everybody. So many conflict resolves he has done all over the world from this tendency to connecting to more and more people around. See, the fights, the conflicts, they happen only when the sense of belongingness is not there. जो अपना होता है, जो अपनापन, the people you belong to, things become much more comfortable. And somewhere the spirituality, the art of living starts from this aspect. Many of you participated, many of you did not. So I'm emphasizing and again on this aspect because it is very, very important before I can lead you to the meditation. Before I pour in any more words to you, it is very, very important for us to connect to people around. So I'll again request, again encourage you. I'm making another random breakout rooms. Right? Please connect to more people there. You have another 10 minutes. Just ask them where they're from, what do they do. We are, again, I said, as we are 77 people on the same platform. And but we don't know, we have been here for the last 4 days together. Right? But we don't know many people here. Right? It is so important. It is so important to connect to life back. Somewhere the life, the spirituality starts from there. Can we all do that? Again, it takes a little step forward. Like
Yes,
Gaurav
sir.
sir was sharing. Okay, Satyajit. Okay, Sunilji. So, your presence is a huge encouragement for me, right? So, okay, I'm putting the breakout rooms again, a random one. I'm recreating them, but let's get and meet new people now. Again, opening the room. It is 10:05 till 10:15. We'll be doing the same thing. Please join the breakout rooms now. So again, requesting everybody to please join the breakout rooms. Let's take a step forward and let's talk to people around. As a task, let's make a new friend today. So we have these rooms open till 10:15. So let's please start connecting to people. Let's join your breakout room. So those are still here in the main room. I'll request you all. We are doing a process of connecting to people. So let's join the breakout room. This is a very, very important step before we can proceed further. So that is why I'm more emphasizing on this. Many people are already there. They are like interacting with each other. So, so please go ahead. There are more than 40 teachers and professors who are interacting with each other. It's really very, very important to open up before we can get into some sort of meditation. It's very important to talk. So to connect. So again, requesting you all, those who are still here, to join the breakout room that have been assigned to you. in less than a minute. Others will be joining us from the breakout room.
Amitesh sir, I just have a question.
Yeah, Gaurav, please go ahead.
Sir, what contents you are going to share with us in this session?
Yeah, I'm starting with the contents now.
Okay, fine. Okay.
Actually, this was a very, very important step before I could share anything. So,
Yeah, sir, it's correct. And it's great.
okay. Yeah. So welcome back, everyone. So now will be, as I said, there are 7 levels to our existence. The body, let me recap it. The body, the breath, the mind, the intellect, the memory, ego, and the self. So depending upon the these levels is what occurs in our life. Right? Whatever happens in our life, whatever happens, the emotions, the thoughts that we perceive, it's sum total of all these 7 levels of existence. So now we'll be using the breath to experience the meditation and the power of the mind now. Right? So are you all with me? So let's start shaking our hands. Let's start shaking our hands. You know, it is very important to kindle the life force energy this way. You know, have you seen some animals like dogs? What they do, they get up in the morning and they shake every cell of the body. Same happens with child. आप किसी छोटे बच्चे को ना the small child, when they laugh from the whole part of the body. They don't laugh from the only from the mouth. Every cell is involved. So can we shake ourselves fully to kindle this life force energy? Let's shake up. A little more faster. And relax. So keep your loose fist in front of your shoulder. With our eyes closed, just see what we need to do. We need to breathe in and open our palms up. The both palms will open up. And when we breathe out, we'll blow out. Right? So you breathe in and you breathe out with the breath. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Yeah. So we'll be doing this process and then I'll be leading you to a meditation. This meditation will be in our founder Gurudev Shishi Avishankarji's voice. It's a very short meditation. It's 9-10 minutes. You know, we had Dr. Vinoda Kuchipale. You know, we had 40,000 teachers all over India. The Art of Living teachers. I'm one of them. So, you know, Dr. Vinoda Kuchipale, she is retired actually from cancer department from AIMS and in Delhi, and she researched on the aspects of breath a lot. You know, that publication is available. It's called The Science of Breath. What she figured out was how the breath was even able to cure so many even patients, even extreme patients. And this power of breath is, she has published The Science of Breath, a publication. So from her extract, we'll be doing a process now, and then I'll share a video with you, which covers more aspects on it. Right? So let's keep loose fist in front of a shoulder. Let's keep our eyes closed. Let's take a breath in and breathe out. Take your whole awareness on your breath. Breathe in, hand goes up, open up, breathing out. Breathe in, breathe in, breathe in, breathe in, and relax. Relax your hands. Take a breath in and breathe out. So the next pranayama we'll be learning, it's called the Brahmari. There was a particular research that happened in UK. What they figured out was giving NO to the COVID patients. It was very, very effective, and even for the patients to build up their immunity. And जो ये NO2, the NO2 modules that they created, it was very, very helpful for them, these patients. And in India, one of the very, very senior doctors, his name is Dr. J.P. Singhvi, he is one of the most famous neurologists in the region. What he figured out was doing Brahmari pranayama in a proper way. It also produces NO2 for the system, for this nasal, this whole system. The NO2 is got produced. So we'll be doing that now. So what you need to do is thumb on the earbud, your index finger on the eyes. Now you have to keep this position. The third finger on your nose, then here and then here. And what we need to do is we need to do what Dr. J.P. Singhvi figured out was that doing this process and humming the process, it's called, or Brahmari pranayama, we can say, it produces the NO2 in the body, in this region, which is very, very helpful for our immunity against so many things, not only COVID. So let's do this. Thumb on the earbud, on the eyes, the nose, upper lip and lower lip, and let's start. Breathe in, start again. Then and relax. We may close our eyes for a few seconds. Let's take a breath in and breathe out. Another breath in. Hold the breath and breathe out as slowly as possible. Breathe in, hold, and breathe out. We'll be doing a very short meditation now. So let's keep our eyes closed.
Keep our spine erect, रीढ़ की हड्डी सीधी. Let us sit comfortably and easily. Keep our spine erect, रीढ़ की हड्डी सीधा रखें, कंधों को ढीला छोड़ दें और आंखें बंद कर लीजिएगा. एक गहरी सांस लीजिए और सांस को रोकिए और रोकना छोड़ दें, सांस अपने आप बाहर निकलने दें. और अपने आप सांस फिर भरने लगेगा, भरने दीजिए. सांस पूरी तरह से भरने के बाद रोकिए. जब सांस रोकते हैं मन की स्थिति देख लीजिएगा. और रोकना धीरे धीरे छोड़िए और सांस अपने आप बाहर आने लग जाएगी।
Take a breath in and hold your breath
फिर एक बार सांस लेंगे,
and breathe out.
सांस पूरा भरने के बाद रोकेंगे,
Take a breath.
रोककर अपना मन की स्थिति पर ध्यान देंगे।
Take a deep breath and hold the breath.
सब थम सा गया है, सब रुक गया है। सांस रुकते ही मन भी रुक जाता है।
Hold your breath. Observe.
और
your mind.
ज्यादा रोक नहीं पाएंगे तो आप रोकना बंद कर दीजिए, सांस अपने आप बाहर आने लगेगा। अब शरीर को सुकून मिल रहा है, विश्राम मिल रहा है, इस वक्त उस पर भी ध्यान दें।
When you hold your breath, the mind also stops. And breathe out. The body is rested now.
मन ही मन अपना शरीर के प्रति सम्मान का भाव रखें। अरबों खरबों अणु परमाणुओं से बना है आपका शरीर।
Respect your body.
यह शरीर हमारे लिए मिला हुआ एक अद्भुत देन है।
Our body is precious gift given to us by nature.
Honor your own body. Your body is the most precious gift to you from nature. The millions and trillions of cells in your body. Now become aware of the air all around you and inside of you. The second dimension, the breath. It is the breath that is keeping us alive. ये सांस ही हमारा साथी रही है जब से हम आए दुनिया में, और आखिरी क्षण तक सांस हमारे साथ रहेगी। ये जीवन का साथी है सांस। जैसे जल में मछली, ऐसे हवा में हम हैं। भीतर और बाहर की हवा को एक साथ महसूस करें। Feel the air inside and outside of you simultaneously. Now breathe in with a smile and breathe out with a smile. As you smile, all the muscles in your face and in the brain gets deep relaxation. अब तीसरे आयाम पर चलते हैं, मन, जिसमें विचार घूमते हैं, जहां भावनाएं उठती है, अपना ही मन। Let's move to the third dimension of our mind. Our body is like the wick of a candle. The mind is the glow all around it. शरीर बाती है तो मन ज्योति है। मन एक बादल जैसे शरीर के चारों ओर भीतर बाहर मंडराता है। आप मन ही हो। Our body is inside the mind. Rather, body is inside of you. As you relax, the mind expands. And as the mind expands, your body relaxes. Let's take a deep breath in, and as we breathe out, relax even more. मुस्कुराते मुस्कुराते विश्राम करें। जो भी विचार आ रहे हो मन में आने दें। अच्छे बुरे सभी विचारों को गले लगा लें। जैसे हर पात्र का अपना महत्व है, मन में हर विचार को भी अपना स्थान है। सब विचारों को गले लगा ले, स्वीकार कर ले। Take them all with you. You are much bigger than all these thoughts that hover around in the mind. A deep breath in and breathe out. सांस लीजिए और छोड़ें। कंधों को और ढीला छोड़ दें। Become aware of the vast sky. विशाल गगन का स्मरण करें। हमारी चेतना ऐसा ही है, आकाश जैसे विशाल। You are like the blue sky, unaffected, untainted. Relax yourself. Of all the tensions or the worries, repose in yourself. Any discomfort, any tension you feel anywhere in the body, just let it be. कहीं कोई तनाव लग रही हो या असुविधा लग रही, उसको रहने दें। वे अपने आप ठीक हो जाएंगे। आप
experience. So when we are meditating, there are three principles that we hold on to. So what are those principles? The first principle is during when you are meditating, having an intention, I want nothing for the next 10 minutes. I want nothing, because if there is any want, I want to do this, you won't be able to meditate. So the first principle is for that time when you're meditating, I want nothing. The second is I do nothing. So if there is tendency to do something, again, the mind won't be able to slip into meditation. And yeah, okay, Jyoti, I'll share this clip with you. Yeah. So I want nothing, I do nothing, and third is I am nothing. So if there is tendency, oh, I am this, I am this, I am this, again, the mind won't be able to make you meditate. The mind is the most tricky thing on the planet. Any person who has done some wrong in our life, whom we hate, something which is even more trickier than that person is our mind. And mind we cannot handle at the level of mind. Forget about it. The people whom we hate, they occupy much more time of our mind than the people whom we love. Do you agree with it? And worry is what? The worry is the same repeated thought hitting us again and again and again and again and again. So we need some skills to get out of these tendencies of the mind. Same is with emotions. Luckily, the Art of Living has provided so many tools and techniques for this. Right? One of the most powerful technique which has been given by the Art of Living is called the Sudarshan Creates. It's like the proper vision process, which is a very, very powerful rhythmic breathing process. There is a rhythms in the nature. Like, what is the difference between noise and music? It's the rhythm. When you get up in the morning, the birds are chirping in the rhythm, the sun goes in such a rhythm, the nature follows its rhythm. But the challenge with us comes is when, as a child, we used to have that rhythm, the rhythm of the consciousness. But somewhere it gets distorted with the circumstances, with the environment around, with the people around, with some happenings in our life. This rhythm gets, with our lifestyles, and the rhythm gets heavy. That is where it is very important to set the rhythm back, and that happens through the Art of Living, the chorus of the process, which is called the Sudarshan Kriya. I'll just share one video with you. We'll watch this video now. It's again a very, very short video, but it tells how the mind and emotions, they play a huge role in our life. So many psychosomatic diseases which enters in through the mind. So let's watch this video and see how SKY, it is called. World over, the research is happening, like in Yale universities, in Harvard, in Stanford. There are so many places where it has been inculcated as a credit courses. Recently, AICTE also included the Art of Living courses. They themselves experienced Sudarshan Kriya, the chairman sir and the staff, and the advantages of it. It's huge. Just last weekend, we completed around 2,500 students from NIFT. They had the full in their induction program, the Art of Living courses, and so many other places in India and abroad. We have been teaching these skills to students, to teachers, for stress-free and happy teaching. And let's watch this video, and then we'll talk more about it.
Many of us are familiar with the effects of stress on our body, from headaches to upset stomachs, body aches, and tiredness. But what about the effects of stress on one of our most precious assets, our brain? How about a crash course on what happens to the brain under stress and how we can handle it? Under stress, a physical response is triggered, which directly affects the brain in ways that impede our ability to focus and concentrate. This response limits our ability to connect with friends and colleagues and strains our relationships. You might remember from high school biology that brain cells use chemicals called neurotransmitters to communicate. Under stress, a hormone called cortisol is released, which hinders the functioning of neurotransmitters, making it harder for brain cells to talk to each other. This makes it difficult to think clearly and is the reason why we get confused in a crisis or a stressful situation. Cortisol also causes a chemical reaction that directly kills brain cells. In addition, cortisol triggers the fight or flight response. This directs blood glucose or energy away from the brain to our muscles, so we can fight or flee. This can save our lives if we're running from danger, but in daily life, when stressed, the response creates an energy crisis in the brain, which obstructs our ability to learn new things. Fortunately, these effects can be reversed when stress is reduced. Knowing how stress affects the brain, one would think the solution is to simply force the mind to relax. Unfortunately, the mind has a terrible time telling itself what to do. For example, telling your mind to sleep usually leads to little or no sleep at all. Research at Harvard University found that forcing our minds to do something like relaxing just doesn't work. A solution to effectively managing stress and calming the mind can be found in a more tangible tool, breathing. Because there's a direct link between breathing and emotions. European researchers studied people watching movies that induced emotions of anger, sadness, and happiness. They discovered that each emotion creates a distinct breathing pattern. They also found that just having people breathe in these patterns induced the same emotions. This demonstrates that we can influence our emotions through our breath. So instead of simply being overwhelmed by our emotions, we can transform them through specific breathing techniques. Numerous independent studies have shown that the Sudarshan Kriya breathing techniques, or SKY, are effective stress management tools. Psychiatrists at India's National Institute of Mental Health found that levels of the stress hormone cortisol are significantly lower in SKY practitioners. Published research from Sweden shows that SKY significantly reduces the stress, anxiety, and depression we face under the demands of everyday living, and increases our optimism and well-being. It's as effective as standard antidepressive drug therapy, is free of side effects, and has less drain on the wallet. SKY can also increase our ability to excel. It has been found to enhance brain functioning. Published research shows that SKY significantly increases beta brainwave activity, which is associated with heightened alertness and increased focus. Independent research worldwide indicate that SKY is a potent breathing program that significantly reduces stress and enhances brain function. This can improve our ability to focus, solve problems, and understand complex issues. In addition to the physical benefits like lowering cholesterol and boosting immune function, regular practice of SKY relieves anxiety and enhances well-being and positive emotions. In fact, prolactin, a well-being hormone, is shown to significantly increase from the very first session of SKY practice. And it is well known that emotional well-being is directly related to productivity, concentration, learning ability, and success. The benefits of practicing SKY for any business, organization, or family are obvious, and results grow over time. In a world where everyone is under increasing pressure, regular practice of SKY creates a powerful advantage for our mind, body, and how we interact with everyone around us.
So that is where SKY, Sudarshan Kriya and Yoga, it's a very, very powerful process, right? Which flushes these toxins out from the system. Right. So, we are open to questions now. We have another 15-20 minutes with us. I'm putting my contact number here. Anybody who wants to learn Sudarshan Kriya or want to have more information. And also I'll be able to share those meditation videos which we just used on your WhatsApp. So I'm sending my details. Anybody who needs it, please WhatsApp me. I'll send you the meditation we just used. And also the other contacts about Sudarshan Kriya and details. Any questions we have before we can wind it up? I have kept it very, very simple this session, not using any more technical words or some difficult contexts. So your things are anyways, the most powerful things are anyways most simple. Like love is the most simple thing that we can experience, but yet it comes with so many distortions, isn't it? So anything you want to ask or talk about? You can unmute yourself and or use the chat box. Yeah, it's the art of living, LIVIN. Yeah, so art of living, they conduct a lot of courses. Gaurav sir, if you can just WhatsApp me, I'll just share the detailed catalog to you. It's like there are more than 64 courses which Art of Living is offering, and catering to different cadres of society. So Satyajit is asking, really sound wave have impact on mind or? Yeah, sound wave has a huge impact on the mind. You know, there is a Japanese scientist, Jarumoto. I'll just share that presentation with you also. This guy did a water crystal presentation. What he figured out was that different sounds have different impact on the water. The water has its own memory. You must have heard of, like, you know, in Kurukshetra, the war that happened. A lot of scientists, they're researching on the memory of the water there to know more information about what all happened during that time. So it's huge impact, and we have more than 70% water, so it has its own impact. Yeah. So, yeah, there is no specific time to do meditation or kriya. The only time is that the stomach should be empty, right? Comparatively empty. So that is the techniques become much more effective. Urmila ji is saying, we all know overthinking will not give good state of mind. Then how can I control? You know, if we go ahead controlling the mind, it will increase more and more. The more effort we put to forget someone, that person will definitely come to the mind. Don't we have this experience? As I said, mind cannot be handled at the level of mind, but there is some other level where it gets handled, and that is the level of the breath. Like the string is the breath, the kite is the mind, and there is a particular way to hold it. That way is Sudarshan Kriya. You know, that is a comprehensive 5 days program. You at least need 2 hours every day. At least 4 days, 2 hours every day. You need to learn Sudarshan Kriya. Okay? So again, I said, anybody who is interested, I can send you the details if you can WhatsApp me that you need it.
Sir, many times you said that a happy person will behave like child. Am I correct?
Yeah, it's good to be childlike, not childish.
Yes. So I don't understand whether childish kind of child mind people will understand your level whatever you are telling.
Yeah, you know, as we grow, somewhere our innocence takes a back seat. With the intelligence growing, the innocence takes a back seat. The best combination is having both. Intelligence is the maturity of the brain, of the intellect. Innocence is the maturity of the heart. You can have both. When I said childlike, I mean the ability to smile, ability to connect to people around, at the same time being very intelligent. You know, I've seen, you know, I've met a lot of art of living teachers or a lot of senior teachers. I've met Gurudev Shri Ravi Shankar personally, and you know, so much celebration, so much happiness is around there. At the same time, they're taking a lot of responsibilities also. You know, we all have taken so many responsibilities. You know, that is why we are on this platform. We are so much responsible for so many lives, so many students who we interact with. We are responsible for our own family, our own relations. I'm talking to the people who have already taken a lot of responsibility. But at the same time, taking responsibility with a smile is the key. And you know, the latest HQ that is being talked about nowadays, the happiness quotient. The time when we are really very happy, that is the time which we become much more efficient. I've worked in a healthcare domain for almost 14 years of my life. I'm an automation engineer by profession and software automation engineer. And, we used to, our directors used to make us do a lot of processes for getting this HQ back. What the survey said was the people who are happy, the employees who are happy, they naturally are much more efficient. Right? When you are happy, we feel like connecting to people around. So the HQ has its own place in our profession nowadays.
If I am feeling I am happy, does I need such courses?
Yeah. If you're already happy, it's like you're blessed. These, as I said, there are 7 levels to our existence. So what these type of courses do, it starts healing all the levels. That is why the people who have been regularly doing Sudarshan Kriya, they find a lot of healing happening at the body level. The mind starts coming more to the present. The discrimination, otherwise we decide one thing, we feel that the other side of the grass is greener. So this decision making ability comes. That is why a lot of decision makers, a lot of managers, a lot of top people, they have been undergoing like even your AICT chairman, the decision makers started learning more of these techniques. Then, it affects the memory. A lot of places where conflict has happened, like war-torn places. If I talk about Iraq, if I talk about Kashmir, if I talk about so many other places, art of living processes, they have really helped people even in natural calamities. Like in Iraq, after the war on terror, we had so many art of living teachers working on the ground there. So the impact, the trauma that the memory contains, it gets washed out using these ancient techniques, which the art of living has been sharing in their courses, like with the breath. And then the people who I have seen over the years, almost last 21 years, have been practicing the Sudarshan Kriya, the art of living techniques, and you become much more natural, you connect to life in much better way. So that I have found. And yes, if you're happy, you're already blessed. It's like it's more reason to spread happiness around. So that is what we also do in the art of living.
No, actually, it's always paining me in the spiritual organization when the spiritual organization are saying like that, ki IIT, IIM, or AICT chairman are the members. Because in spiritual ground, what is the meaning of so higher institute or higher post or higher persons? Because ultimately everybody has to come to some zero level for enjoyment and for happiness. So why people, many times I attended such programs and giving the examples of AICT chairman is associated, IIT, IIM person are associated. What is to do with happiness or to being a pleasant or living a good life with this IIT, IIM or AICT or anything? Because these are the professional things, not the basic things for the life.
You're absolutely right.
Why you people are giving such examples? I don't know. Professionally successful people are following us. Actually, I feel they need it. Even if, like me, I am living with my family members, with my parents, which many times I am feeling they are like a shock absorber for sorrow and other things. I am also living with my children. I am playing with them. So many exercise which you were telling I am doing already with them.
Right,
so this is actually my questions. Many times what happens when actual mobile battery drain out, we go to some backup kind of the battery, and then we start exploring that backup. So first, I think if we maintain our own battery, then it's good, and not need to go for the backup kind of the things. If I am wrong, I don't know.
Absolutely. So you're absolutely right. As Art of Living in particular is an organization which is working at a very grassroots level. Right. Though you're absolutely right that the shock absorber, even I have my family, I'm married, I have a son to take care of, my parents are there. At the same time, I have seen that, 90, some service that you do makes you much more happier. And all these skills, if you already are practicing, it is so wonderful. It is more reason to share it out with people. And you're absolutely right, sir. The family is like, it's huge backup. And using these skills is really rejuvenating. You're absolutely right.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, anything else? Any other question we need to take care? Okay, still there are around 10 minutes left. If we need to share anything, the coordinator ma'am here, is she here? No. It was very, very nice interacting with all of you here, and it was a great pleasure talking to all of you. And so, ma'am, you've just concluded the things. If you want to, yeah. So we are
Thank
done
you
for
so much. So, any questions? Any other interaction with sir? So, thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Thanks a lot.
Share your views and be a part of this FTP. I thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thanks for the.
Okay, sir.
Thank you, everyone.
Have a good day.